going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ the Tar Heel. And welcome to Stinking Hate Week, baby. It is Carolina and NC State. And you guys know that that is the team that I love to freaking hate, man. Words cannot express my disdain for this football program, dude. And to hate like this is to be happy forever. I was actually watching a podcast not too long ago. I think it was a couple days ago, actually. Maybe it was yesterday. I can't remember, man. They all kind of bleed together, bro. And one of the guys was, shout out to Tar Pit Pod, man, was talking about, basically, like, I hate state football the same way that I hate Duke basketball. They are strikingly comparable, man, to say the least, dude. And just some preliminary notes real quick before we get into the phone calls and everything, and we go through the whole rigmarole that we do here at the Tar Heel Huddle. Just some preliminary notes. Let's just go ahead and cut to the chase. NC State has won 4 straight against North Carolina. The Wolfpack have beat the Tar Heels 4 straight times. And I think a lot of that is attributed to the fact that they just, for whatever reason, care more. Let's just cut to the stinking chase, man. They stinking care more. Now, they don't care more than I do. They don't stinking care more than I do because I recognize the importance of this matchup. I recognize this rivalry. I lean into this rivalry. But a lot of my brethren in Carolina Blue, man, don't feel the same that I do. And for the life of me, I don't stinking understand it. I don't understand it, man. And so, when their coach, is in the locker room talking about, how crappy we are, to keep it PG. And our coaches are talking about how it's just another game. They don't lose sleep and everything. I do. And I don't even stinking play. This game right here, bro, this game means everything. Like Gene said, I don't get up every morning and hate NC State or hate Duke or hate Wake Forest or hate Clemson. Brown said, I like the coaches and I love the kids. Well, that makes one of us. That makes one of us. Because, I go to bed every night and I wake up every morning and I wipe the sleep out of my eyes. And one of the first thoughts that goes through my head is, man, I love being a Tar Heel. And often the second thought is, good Lord in heaven, I hate NC State. That's only slightly being facetious. I really do hate the Wolfpack, bro. I really do. I really do. There's some good misguided guys over there in red. A bunch of stinking North Carolinians or Heels that are wearing the old red and everything like that. But all in all, dude, it's just an honorary bunch, dude. That it's best that we're not in the same stinking room together because it just ain't gonna work out. Anyway, like I said, man, I appreciate you guys hanging out with your boy on a Friday night. The day before, the night before, all out stinking war. We gotta come up with a nickname for this thing, man. These guys need to stinking play for a trophy. Seems like every time they get together, win, lose, or draw, whoever it is, man, there's some kind of scuffle, there's some kind of fight, there's some kind of mayhem, which in this case, I may be alone in this, but I'm okay with, because I think that the hatred is good, and there actually needs to be a little bit more on my side where we recognize just how important this daggone game is, man. 4 straight. If that doesn't boil your blood, I don't know what will. So let's go over here to the monitor real quick, man. We'll get into the introductory part of the show. I apologize, man, with the Thanksgiving weekend and everything. let's just say that I got behind on some content. We will be having the watch party tomorrow. And obviously, we got the call-in show right now. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this football game, man. Right now, Carolina heads to Raleigh. They have basically eliminated themselves from any kind of bowl contention. I'm not even sure that, if they were to happen to win this game and they were eligible for a bowl, that I would even want them to accept a bowl bid. I'm one of those staunch individuals. It's like, if you don't win 6 games, bro, you didn't stink and earn it. However, this would be a great way to go out, ending this 4-game slide to the Wuffies, man. 7.5-point favorites going into this football game, and the ESPN matchup indicator gives the Wolfpack 78.3% chance at beating the Heels in Raleigh. Here are your team leaders for each team. Gio Lopez is at 1,600 yards passing, only 9 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. CJ Bailey, 21 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He's at 2,683. CJ's been real hot or cold, man. Really, it's crazy because you just don't know which CJ Bailey you're going to get. Is he going to light it up through the air, or is he going to play down to the competition? That's going to be a really interesting component to see how he plays tomorrow night. The guy that I'm looking for right now, and the guy that Carolina really needs to stink and find a way to put the clamps on, that front seven is going to have to be good against Hollywood Smothers. We cannot let him eclipse the 1,000-yard mark in this football game if we have any shot at winning. Got to keep him under 100 yards rushing, bro. You cannot let him stink and run wild tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. on the ACC network. Real quick, man, before I get out in here anymore, I'm already getting down the road, man. Shout out to Hutch in here, baby. Said Black Friday with Russell Tar Heel. What's going on, bro? Scott is in the house. We got a Pack fan in here. Nick is in the house. The token Wolfie. Gene is in the house. What's going on, guys, man? Appreciate you hanging out with your boy, man. We got Ryan in the house. Scott is in the house. Shout out to my stinking hooligans for our last call-in show of the year, man. 675 bones. This is Christmas money, dude. So we'll see if somebody can get the job done, man. Pick this score right. Back to regularly scheduled programming. Damon June's got 461 rushing yards right now, 82 carries, only 2 touchdowns, man. Going to be interesting to see who gets the totes, man. Is it going to be Damon? Is it going to be Bullet? There really is no rhyme or reason why it seems like we have the running back rotation that we do. One thing that we do know, Gio Lopez is going to be in there, hook, line, or sinker. That's the one, for sure that we got every dadgum Saturday. Gio Lopez will be taking the snaps from under center. So we'll see how it goes, man. Jordan Ship right now, 581. Anderson's got 596. And I got to stay away from this kid right here, man. Fordham is kind of a, he's a dude that's going to be all around the football, dude. He's gonna be a guy that's all around the football. So we got to find him, make sure that he's not just blowing the very few plays that we got going for us up. Got to make sure that we get a hat on this guy. Now, weather, which I absolutely love this, bro. Gosh, I wish there was some precipitation, man. But Raleigh tomorrow, dude. 7:30 kick. Mostly clear, 35. Dude, by the end of the stinking first quarter, we got 32 degrees. And by the end of the game, it's going to be in the 30s, man. Now, listen, I've been in some pretty cold environments. I've never played football under 30 degrees. I think the lowest that I've ever played in was 41. I think it was 41 was the temperature outside, which was cold. So we're going to find out who's stinking tough in this one, because who likes to hit people when it's 30 degrees outside? This is what them Yankees are used to up north, not not North Carolinians. So I love this, man. Stinking all-out war, bro. We're going to be seeing breath on the field and everything like that, dude. This is just going to be a very interesting component of the game. Stinking 30s, dude. What's the wind like? moderate wind, so 4 miles per hour. So that's not going to really add to anything too much, man. But I'm really excited about the fact that this is going to be a cold weather game, bro. Cold weather game, man. Of course, somebody got in here, and we don't have any. I'll try to get these clowns out, dude. I don't have any moderators in the chat right now. I don't think so. Just ignore them. I apologize about the ridiculousness that's in here. So anyway, Carolina's going with the Carolina blue top. Going to be in there with the white Carolina blue lid, the white top, and the white pants, and that'll be the stinking uni, man. Kind of iffy about this one, to be completely honest with you, man. But that's what we're going with. So let me know in the comment section, man, what you guys think about the uniform combination for the NC State game. And yeah, the one thing, yeah, must be a State fan, exactly, Preston. Exactly, man. Specifically with the butt plugs and stuff like that. Anyway, I apologize for the anyway, one of the things that I'm going to be looking for in this game that just is crazy to me. NC State has the worst pass defense in the entire country. The entire country. The biggest issue is that Carolina, on the other hand, only has the 110th best passing offense in the country. Something's got to give here. And I'll be honest with you, as a Tar Heel fan, I do not have a lot of confidence in this being the overwhelming threat, to be completely honest with you. You guys let me know down in the chat if you think the Geo's just about to stink and light this thing up against the worst passing defense in the country. I'm genuinely interested to see what you guys think about that. Can he take advantage of the worst passing defense in the country? I mean, if you were going to show that you're that guy, this may be the one where you want to stink and show it. Scott said, we can call it "They Hate Us Because They Ain't Us" bowl. Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you. It's a little long. What's the trophy gonna look like? That's the question. What's the stinking trophy gonna look like? But yeah, we need to call it something, bro. There's way too much hate here. This is too big of a game for us not to have a name for this rivalry, bro, because that's exactly what it is. This is 100% a rivalry. So I need to actually put in the comment section. Do me a favor, one of my hooligans in there, man. Put the number. Actually, I'll put it in here. I'll update it, man. That is a mishap on my part. Let me put the number in the actual stream text so that you guys know what the number is to call, so that we can get some calls in here, man, and find out what everybody's thinking about this football game. 919-590-3514. The goodness gracious, man. All my stuff is messed up, man. All my stuff is messed up. Let me fix it real quick. All kinds of jacked up. This is what happens when you go on stinking, go out of state for a little bit, a day. All your stuff is, you're just all kinds of jackered up, man. Like I said, 919-590-3514. Give me a phone call, man, and let me know what you think about this football game tomorrow, dude. Give me your score prediction, and see if you can win the $675, baby. What's going on, baby? You're on the phone with Russ. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, Russ, it's Preston. What's going on?
What's going on, Press Daddy? What you got for me, brother?
Well, it's two bad teams, but we're going to smoke them, dude. We're going to beat their tails in 223 to nothing.
223.
Record.
You're actually sticking with that.
I'm sticking with. Look, we're going to blow them out. So Geo and Chip's going to. Hey, I don't even. They're going to run out of footballs. They're going to have to start going for 2 point like they did in the NFL championship one year when Chicago beat the Redskins 73 to nothing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I like it, man.
I'm done with them. We're going to beat them.
I hear you.
2-2-3. It's going to be a record. Poor Georgia Tech's going to be crying because they ain't got the record no more.
Yeah. I hear you, man. I'm glad you have such confidence in this offense to get that done, brother.
Well, we're due. We're due, Russ.
Yeah. You gonna be at the game?
No, I'm working. Half my crew's going, but I didn't take off for that one. So
I hear you, brother. Well, hopefully it's gonna be a cold one out there anyway, man. So at least you'll be all warm and bundled up, man. 223 to nothing, says the great Preston. And let's just, like I said, bro, if you get that score prediction right, I'm letting you know right now, I will 5 times your money happily.
All right, mark it down. Get ready for it, baby.
Everybody heard it.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
Bye.
Later. My man, Press. What's up, little Russ? Huh? Goodness gracious, man. Little Russ out here is thinking, just ruining everything. So 223 to nothing, says Press. And I told him when he said that initially, I said, yeah, I'll 5 times your money, bro, if that happens, man. Gladly. What's going on, baby? You on the phone with Russ? Who am I speaking to?
Russ.
What's up?
Big Scott from Raleigh.
Big Scott. What's going on, baby? What you got for me?
Wolfpack fan all day, all night. I bleed red, my friend.
I hear you, man. Well, I think that there's probably a hospital around here that can fix you of that disease you got. But what you got for me, Scott?
Let me throw something at you, man.
What's up, brother?
Don't take this the wrong way, man. You know, when if I'm feeling down during the year, I go back to last year's when you were so hyped up after Marion ran that shuttle pass to the end zone. You remember that?
Yeah, I knew it was too soon, but I hear you.
What got me, man, you were running in place with Marion, man. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I was excited about it, right?
Yeah, to see that high you had, and then a minute and a half later when they caught that pass between them two guys, to see how low you got, man, was just mind-boggling.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I'm glad that you could celebrate in my misery.
Hey, you know what? I think I've watched it, and I'm an Uber driver for what I do to make my money.
Right.
I have showed that video probably a dozen times to my riders, man.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic, dude.
Hey, it gets a laugh, man. No lie, man.
Right. That's fantastic, man. Well, I'm glad you, like I said, man. I'm glad you can get a chuckle out of my misery, man.
Well, let me throw something at you then. You're right, man. Who knows what Bailey's going to do tomorrow night, man?
Yeah.
He's cold and hot, just like the weather in North Carolina, man.
Right.
And your defense it's been playing pretty good for the last half of the season, and you even scored 25 against Duke, which surprised me.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are going to hang with State. I think it's going to go down as one of those classic games again. And I think it's probably going to come down to a field goal. And I think I'm going 31-27, man. State.
31-20. You actually think Carolina can score 27 points, Scott?
I do, man. I do.
You sure you're not a stinking Tar Heel?
No, I'm just watching how you guys been playing over the last few games of the season, man.
Right.
And to score 25 against Duke, man, that's saying a lot, man.
Well, I mean, they also have a very bad pass defense as well. Did you know that State has the worst pass defense in the country?
I did not know that. Now you said that, it scares me a little bit. That's why I'm thinking you guys are going to score at least 27.
Well, I mean, I'm just wondering if we have the weapon span at quarterback and to be honest with you, the deep threat at receiver to even entertain that number. But I mean, if we score 27, I would say we would legitimately have a shot because I do think that I think it's going to be a crazy atmosphere. Obviously it's going to be loud in Raleigh. I think State is gonna play to the crowd. And I think that they probably need to somehow get ahead early, man. Because if your brethren in Raleigh start feeling it, dude, it's gonna be a long night. So,
hey, except for that 39-20 game y'all lost here a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Except for that game, the last few games, State Carolina has been pretty much classics, man. Going down to the wire.
Good football games. Yeah, 100%.
I got a feeling this tomorrow night is gonna be the same thing, man. It's gonna come down to who ate too much turkey, man.
I like it, man. I like it. If we get a good game, man, if we get a good game, I'll be happy. But I just don't know if I can stomach 5 straight to NC State. Goodness gracious, that sounds terrible, man. It really is. It's putting I might just lose all the food that I still have in my stomach if that happens.
Well, man, you better fill up on Tums because it's coming.
I hear you, bro. I hear you, Scott. I hear
all
you,
right.
man.
Hey, Russ, thanks, man. Have a good one, brother.
I appreciate you, man. All right, later, bro.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, appreciate Scott calling in, man. Appreciate Scott calling in, man. Got a Wolfie in here, dude. Give us the old score prediction. It said 31-27 State. And like I said, man, the fact that he thinks Carolina can score 27 points. We shall see. What's going on, baby? You're on the phone with Russ. Who am I speaking to?
What's happening, Russ?
Oh, it's another Wolfie, man. What's up, Nick?
What's going? How's my favorite Carolinian doing today?
Man,
Rival boy.
I'm ready for tomorrow, buddy. I'm ready for some stinking.
You ready for take your son to school day tomorrow?
Oh, is that what we're doing when we go to Raleigh? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just man. Yeah. Bro.
What's going? Yeah. What you got, man? What you thinking?
All right, man. Well, I'm thinking tomorrow it's going to be a stinking war coming out the gate. Like, who wants it more? Who's going to light stinking feet to the fire? Who is ready to want this football game more? Like, it don't matter what record's record. This is like right here, right now, your moment. What's happening?
Yeah. Yep. Last game of the season, at least for Carolina. Can't hold anything back right now, right?
Yeah. Stats don't even matter at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think we're gonna see, Nick? What kind of game is this gonna be?
All right. I definitely see CJ Bailey coming out, ready, fired up, ready to go with this crew. Hollywood's going to be active, and if he doesn't play, I feel like Dorn may end up subbing him out for Duke Scott because I feel like Scott's going to run over more and be more defensive. Like, he's that kind of runner back that's going to run over you. Hollywood might just try to juke you, but he's fast, bro. He's got the stinking legs, and I think he can get it done on the field running the football. If we run it successfully, I can see us taking this thing way out. But depending on how we play offense, we'll see what happens. But I think it's going to boil down to who gets the bigger defensive stop late in the game and how we play from there, you know?
So do you think this is going to be a close football game, or do you think State's going to walk away with it?
Like you said, I think we're going to play up to the crowd, man. But honestly, it could be close. But, I mean, I can see some comeback happen, you know, even if we are down a touchdown. But, yeah, it's going to be close. Despite it even last year of the 35-30 win in Chapel Hill, and believe me, I was raising hell's excited, but we got to wipe that off and get ready for this year.
I agree, man. So what's the final score going to be?
All right. Depending on if we play great tomorrow, lights out, I think the Pack's going to score 31, UNC 17.
Ooh, a
I want to
14
see
point.
Dave Dorn absolutely blow Belichick out, send him back.
And then then Doran's coming back next year, right?
Well, he's not going to get fired, fellas. I hate to tell y'all, well, y'all probably going to love him for me to say this, but he's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if he beats Carolina again, I just assume that he walks away, because I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
getting
see,
sick
man.
of it,
But
man. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't want him to be able to walk away and say that he beat Carolina 5 straight times. So I need him to come back so that we can end that, and then he can step away.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
true.
what I need.
Yeah. Well,
That's what
I
a
mean,
stinking
do you
need,
think?
man.
Yeah. Do you mind if I ask you a question real quick?
Talk to me, Goose. What you got?
All right, man. So going back on last year's video, when you said, "Enjoy it, my friends. The change is coming." Where's that change been for Carolina? If I had to ask Tar Heel Nation that right now, where has it been?
Well, it is. If it's coming, it is not. It is definitely not here yet. Now,
I
maybe we
agree.
see it this Saturday. Maybe we see it tomorrow, Nick. However,
We could.
yeah, this is not how I drew it up, my friend.
Yeah, honestly, man, I expected us to do better in the season. I feel like our downhill part was when we played Duke and Durham.
Yeah.
Like, that's where it all fell downhill and hell started to break loose, where we gave up a couple easy yards and we took a tough one. So, and then we took one on the chin to Virginia Tech. So, we've had our ups and downs, but I think tomorrow's going to be a good game.
Yeah. Yep. Good game. So you say 31-17 State. You think CJ plays well? You think Hollywood plays well? And
And
you
just
think,
depending on defense, man, we got to see.
yeah, yeah. We shall see, my friend. Well, I appreciate you calling in, Nick.
All right. I'll catch you later, man.
right.
Unfortunately, I will not be home watching the game from home this year, boys. Your boys got to go all the way up to Boone to watch App State play because my brother goes to college there, so I won't be home. So I'll be watching from Boone, man.
Goodness gracious, man. You going to watch App State over Carolina, NC State?
I have to, brother.
Man,
It's just
I hear you,
family.
bro. I hear you, man. I mean, they just I guess
Yeah.
I guess you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's just what it is, man. Family calls first, and believe me, I would want to be there even if it killed me. NC State versus Carolina, like this is a rivalry in
Yeah.
football.
Yep. 100%. Well, drive safe, Nick, and hopefully when we talk again, it's because Carolina was they whooped that ass. So we'll see, brother.
All right, we'll see y'all, boys. See you on the football field. Go Pack.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro. Gene said, who was the state player that had Belichick's face on a dartboard? That would be Hollywood Smothers, the guy that we cannot let run rampant on us if we're going to have a legitimate shot at getting this dub. What's going on, baby? You're on the phone with Russ. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, this is Eric. How you doing, Russ?
Hey, what's going on, man?
So, for you guys in your game tomorrow, I think it's going to be a pretty good game for your North Carolina guys tomorrow.
Okay.
And of course, I'm the Mizzou fan.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's me, Eric.
So you're a Duke fan, and you think who's going to win this game?
No, Mizzou.
What's that?
Mizzou.
Oh, a Mizzou fan. Okay, I got you, brother. I got you. So
Yeah,
who's going to win this Carolina State game, man?
I'm leaning towards you guys.
Okay. What's going to be the final score?
Probably 24-21.
24-21 Carolina. Okay, who plays well for the Heels?
Probably I'll say Bill Belichick is a good coach, so he could probably get the team rallied around him for this big game.
Yeah.
Quarterback could do a good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, man, I got you locked in here at 24-21, brother. I really appreciate you calling, man.
Bub.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too.
24-21 Carolina. And Gio might play fairly well. Ray, man, let me get Ray's number in here. He says 52-21 Pack. And send the goat packing. Ray has never been a big fan of the goat. I got you in here, Ray. I got you in here, bro. What's going on, Hutch?
Dang, man, I'm like sixth in line. I was hoping to, I got questions for these Tar Heels and these Pack fans, and now I'm not going to get answers, man.
What you got, brother?
Hey, man, I see you stopped doing the preview shows. That's just like you're like, Russell's like, I'm tired of talking about how great Hutch is every week, and he's 10-1, and he can't miss on these picks, and
yeah, there you go.
I'm 7-4, and it's essentially over. So you just stopped doing it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, 100%, brother. I couldn't let you go out like that, man. I had to save face to a certain extent.
I mean, I feel you. I get it. I understand.
Yeah, I'm a sore loser.
No, I mean, dude, you being competitive, I never grasped that about you at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought you were the most gracious loser I've ever met in my life.
Right. So
charitable almost.
Yeah,
Christ-like in a lot of ways.
Exactly. So what you thinking, brother?
I think this is going to be a good game. And here's the thing. I remember you asking me last year, as someone, who's not from North Carolina and someone who's just a college football fan from outside, what the perception of this game is. And, nationally, I think it's looked at as two basketball schools playing football.
Right.
And I really hate that. I do hate it because, I think it does matter to, the residents of the state and especially the two schools, but maybe not as much as it should. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is if you're an old head, salty Gen Xer like me, you remember growing up, like you didn't have a third NFL game. You got the Lions at like noon or 12:30. You got the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, and then like almost 90% of the time, Thanksgiving night, you got the Egg Bowl. You got Ole Miss and Mississippi State, and oftentimes they weren't good programs. They were at the bottom of the SEC standings. You had, 2 3-7 teams or a 3-7 team and a 2-8 team squaring off. And that place was packed, whether it was in Starkville, whether it was in Oxford, whether they were playing it in Jackson. It's Thanksgiving night, and you thought it was a damn Super Bowl because state bragging rights were on the line. They genuinely hate each other with a passion it's hard to articulate. And, I wish that this rivalry had that vitriol, that hatred, just kind of that national relevance, that it's, sort of on that level. And I don't think it does. I think it's looked at almost as like Purdue and Indiana, where now granted, Indiana's now becoming a good program, but Purdue is just terrible. When Purdue was a good program under Joe Tiller, Indiana was an afterthought. So they were never good at the same time. And it's just got that their basketball schools playing football. That being said, man, I think this is going to be. I think State's going to pack the state. I think Carter Finley's going to be rocking. It's going to be a night game. Against a bitter rival. I think they're going to show out. And as a Yankee who played like basically every damn game I ever played, playing in the cold sucks, but you get used to it, because most of the time up there you're practicing in it. You're used to it. Doesn't mean it's any funner. Does not mean it's any funner. And truthfully, I hope we freeze those expletive deleted hurricanes tomorrow. It's supposed to be like 31 it's not cold enough. It's supposed to be 31 at kickoff. Hopefully we get like some freak cold front that makes it like 17 and they all freeze.
Right.
But the thing is with the Wolfpack, this is going to be very similar, I think, to the Duke game because the Wolfpack is not. I mean, I didn't realize they were dead last defensively against the pass, but their pass defense or their defense as a whole is not good. I do give them credit. They played pretty well against a quarterback that has a similar skill set to Gio and Castellanos against Florida State. Did a decent job.
But, I go back that Pitt played them about a month ago, and, I mean, I'm not lying. At times, Russ, it was like 7-on-7.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pitt offense literally just sat back, and it was like 7-on-7 drills against that pass defense against, of NC State. Offensively, I do like Bailey. I think he's a good quarterback. He's completing like 70% of his passes, 21 TDs, only 9 picks. The Heels have to be gap sound on defense because Pitt got out of their rush lanes. They pushed too far up, and Smothers went 65 yards to the house, basically made one dude miss at the second level and gone.
Right.
You also need to really, really account for Justin Jolie, the tight end, because receiver speed and tight end size, matchup nightmare. I think 42 catches, 6 touchdowns. It's going to make you pay if you're not accounting for them. So I think it's very similar, like I said, to the Duke game, because this is an offense that can score points and a defense that really can't. And I just don't know that the Heels have enough offensive to take advantage of that.
Right.
I think it's going to be 31-24 State. I know you don't want to hear that. It's going to be a 5th straight win. I think 8 of the last 11 have been NC State. So, I'll wrap this up with 2 questions. And you and I talked about this earlier over the phone. I want to kind of ask Tar Heel Nation. And this is just someone who has been, grateful enough to be a part of this community. Happy Thanksgiving, a blessed New Year and Christmas to all you guys that watch this channel, college football family, Tar Heel Nation, especially the hooligans.
100%.
Really, really grateful to be here. And, from what I've gathered just through a bunch of reading comments and things that people have said, it almost seems like that there's I won't say bias, but there's the powers that be, the money brokers at UNC almost don't want the football program to ever outshine the basketball program. And that's just the vibe that I get. And I think that there are people that are Carolina basketball fans and nothing else. They're not football fans. They don't ever want the football program to outshine the basketball program. Now, I don't know how true that is. That's my own just things that I've read, things that I've seen. So I'd be interested to get the perspective of Tar Heel fans that know more than I do. Second question is for all the Wolfpack fans is like, if Dave Doran wins this game and they're, 5th straight win over UNC, 8 of the last 11, what's the future? Because this is a guy that literally is what you want, just what you're getting, this 7-8 win team every year, if you're lucky, that's taken this team to minor bowl games? Or does the fan base want something more? Do they want to move in a different direction for someone that can actually compete for ACC titles?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it just like, hey, we could make a move and we could be, 4-8 every year instead of at least Dave was beating our rivals. At least Dave was making us state champs and getting us to bowl games. So I'd be interested to see what each fan base has to say to those 2 questions that I posed.
Right. Y'all heard the man. For State guys, what do y'all think about Dave Doran if he wins? What's the future hold for him? Are you content with just beating Carolina? As the proverbial knock on State fans is, hey, this is their Super Bowl, and this is the game that they care about, and this is the game that's kept Dave Doran his job. And for Carolina fans, man, how important is this game? How important is football to you? Just in general, because that's the question. Ray said, "Fire Bill's ass tomorrow."
Yeah, and that's kind of the second question that I'll ask, pivoting off my first question, is, honestly, this first year under Belichick's been an abject failure. I look back to the preview show that me and you and Dennis and Lovey did, and I think the consensus is that they were going to be at worst 7-5. I had them at 8-4 against that schedule. Now, the schedule proved to have, some Wake Forest was way better than people thought, and a few others, but you didn't play any of the contenders, really. It wasn't a brutal schedule. And going into next year, it is. I don't know how many Tar Heel fans have looked at next year's schedule you face 10 bowl teams. And the only 2 teams that weren't bowl teams were FCS, East Tennessee State, and Syracuse. You've got you've got playoff contenders in Notre Dame and Miami. You have road trips to Pitt, ACC title contender, sweet little baby 9-ounce baby Jesus in your manger, God willing. Virginia, who controls its own destiny, maybe in the ACC title game. You're at Virginia next year. You've got Louisville at home. You've got Duke and State. It's a brutal schedule, and it's where are you getting wins against that? So let's just say, for the sake of argument, you have UConn. Now, granted, Jim Moore is gone. They're probably going to be a completely different program. You still have TCU that will lose Josh Hoover. The thing is again, it's if you're 4-8 again next year, is that what gets Bill out of here? Is that what forces you to go and find someone who, hey, we're going to go in a different direction for someone who can actually get this program where it needs to be or where we want it to be?
Right.
Because I keep looking at, Bill is he's not a 43-year-old man. He's 73 years old. So realistically, how much longer is he going to be here? Yes, I keep hearing he's killing it on the recruiting trail, but how many of those freshmen are going to be instant impact stars or starters that are going to transform this program into 7-8 wins against that slate next year? So be interested to see what y'all have to say about that, man. I think State wins tomorrow night. I think it's going to be a fun atmosphere. I think it's going to be a night game. The place should be rocking. It should be packed. It should be something that's a positive for the state, and hopefully it's a good game, man.
Hopefully it's a good game. 100%, bro. 100%.
And yeah, playing in 35-degree weather sucks, Russ. Don't get excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it, not playing it. So.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Someone who played their college career in Buffalo, it's terrible.
Right. I can only imagine, dude. Can only imagine. So, yeah, I got you locked in here, brother, at 31-24 State. Much is just hoping for it to be a good game too, man. So put down in the chats, man. Answer the questions, bro. For the State guys, what do you think about Dave Dorn and his future, win, lose, or draw? And then, for Carolina fans, man, are you content just being the basketball school? I guess here's something that's going to boil some blood. Are we still a basketball school? I think that's a legitimate question, man. I think it's
I think you are. And here's the thing that I'll say, Russ, is that I watched your rant video, enjoyed it thoroughly. I know how passionate you are about this school and about this team, and how much you want the football program to be successful.
Right.
And the thing is like, one of the things you said was, this brand. And I think somebody even called you out on it in the comments, and you kind of went, well, hey, look at all the 40s and 50s we had times here. And having some success doesn't make you a brand. And what I mean by that is if you say, as much as I hate to say it, Texas is a brand. When you see that Longhorn logo, you automatically think of football.
Right.
You see that interlocking ND, it's football. Nobody confuses it with anything else. That A with the elephant, it's Bama. That's a brand. Michigan is a brand. Ohio State is a brand. If you look at that interlocking NC, the first thing that people come to, it's Michael Jordan basketball. It's Vince Carter. It's basketball. It's the same thing with that IU for Indiana. It is a brand. It's just not a football brand yet. It's had success in football, but it hasn't had sustained success.
Right.
So, I think that until you do that, you're always going to be a basketball school. Look at Indiana. Indiana's going to be in the playoff probably the second year in a row. They're still a hoop school. Until they end up winning a national title and they have sustained success, they're still going to be thought of as, a basketball school. So,
and I don't dispute that at all. I was just, maybe I just articulated it poorly. The thought process for me behind the whole rant was, there's really only been one program in this state that's had success anywhere close to the highest level. Not that Carolina has had, like you said, sustained success or anything like that, but
right.
If you look at the history, up until here recently, there's not a lot of like state guys that you can point to as legends. Carolina has some of those guys. Carolina's got the Heisman runner-ups, and Carolina's been ranked in the top 5, for I mean, the 70s and 80s, early 80s, Carolina was a pretty good ACC football program.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, so that was kind of the idea was like, hey, if there was ever a school in the state that, was kind of, teeter-tottering on the fence here of some sustained success on the gridiron, it's Carolina. Because even as of late, with State and their domination of this rivalry, unfortunately, I don't think anybody has looked at NC State and said, oh, they're on the cusp of becoming like a football powerhouse, or they're on the cusp of doing something great football-wise. It's just, it's mid. But every year, Carolina underachieves. Because it seems like every
and I think they both do. And I think that's kind of one of the things that has kept this rivalry back to a certain extent, is that each year, each team is kind of either underachieved or you're just competing to get to a mid bowl. It's never, hey, winner goes to the ACC title game.
Right.
Yeah,
fair enough, man. Somebody's got to. That's kind of my point. Somebody needs to take a seat on the throne, and I still think Carolina is the best equipped to do so. But they just continually, man, they don't take their rightful spot on the throne, and it's frustrating to me because I really do believe that if there is a school in this state that has the ingredients necessary, if you just put them together, it could be a pretty formidable product on this side of the Mississippi. I really do believe that. They just haven't put it together yet. So, and like we talked about earlier, man, I don't think that it's for a lack of trying. Butch Davis, that was on the cusp. I still believe that was on the cusp of being great. 2010, I do believe that Carolina had the pieces to potentially sneak into. Just go back and look at that roster. Holy cow, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I remember being in Iraq, with my little sporting news, and everybody and their mom was saying Carolina was a dark horse, national title contender. And then the night of the LSU game, we hear about, 3/4 of the starters aren't going to be eligible to play, and they still almost beat LSU. So that was a really good team. And Butch Davis was a serious hire. I thought Larry Fedora was, maybe a little bit less, but, he was coming off of the success at Southern Miss. And then you go out and hire Mac Brown. I thought that was a serious hire. And then you go out and hire Bill Belichick. I don't think that it's for a lack of trying. I think they want to be good. It just hasn't come to fruition yet. So, you know what I mean?
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. And I get it, and it's just, I guess it's how long do you let this experiment go? And the thing is, I look at that, you're firing James Franklin, you're firing Brian Kelly. It's these schools now, they don't care about the buyout. It's literally, we're going to move on to the next thing, because I think they've realized now that you have to win at football to be competitive and make money or generate revenue in today's NCAA. That's just the way that this is.
Right.
Like, if you're not successful at football, you're pretty much dead in the water.
Right. 100%. 100%, bro.
Anyway, brother, love you, man. I'll be here for the watch party tomorrow, man. Wolfpack, Tar Heel Nation, inform me, educate me on your programs. And
Appreciate
H2P,
you, love you, brother.
expletive delete Miami, win tomorrow.
Yeah. Go Pitt. All right, man. My man Hutch. Our local college football encyclopedia has spoken. Yeah, me and Hutch had a little 45-minute conversation earlier today about just kind of the state of Carolina's football program, man. And, very interesting conversation. What's going on, baby? You're on the phone with Russ. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, Russ, it's Preston again. I was just going to
What's up, brother? Talk to me.
respond to Hutch a little bit.
Okay.
Before I do that, I'm going to say, the Earth's an estimated 5.2 billion years old. You know how many 10-win football seasons NC State's had in those years?
Is it one?
Just one.
Just one.
So I don't want to hear them say they're a football school. Anyway, but I will say Carolina is very lucky. They got Dean Smith as a basketball coach in the '50s. After that scandal, whatever the point shaving scandal with all those schools, they hired Dean Smith and they said, "Look, we don't even want you to win. We just want you to graduate players and do things right." Well, he did all that. Plus, he started winning, got the culture of the basketball. We're definitely a basketball school, but there were people. William Friday, look him up. He's the president of the institution of the whatever North Carolina University system. He hated athletics. He especially hated, but he did not like the football team. They did everything they could do to keep the football team down. They would buy a jumbotron and leave it in storage for a whole year because it didn't look right if the economy wasn't going right. So absolutely, the powers that be, what Hutch asked, kept the football team down. But these guys now understand that football is how you survive. That's the meal ticket, not basketball. And as a matter of fact, I think some of them realize that the only way basketball is going to be good is if football is successful.
Right.
And I think maybe 10 or 15 years ago, Hutch's question, no, they did not want football to be better than basketball. I think now they realize it has to be, and that's why they're moving from they haven't announced anything, but that's why I think they're moving from the ACC to the SEC eventually, because it starts with football now.
Right. Yeah,
great. And as far as the Belichick experiment, I mean, you can't fire anybody after a year. How are you going to get coaches if you say, "Oh, well, your first year didn't work out, you're fired"?
Right.
I mean, you got to give these guys 3 years, unless there's recruiting violations or something like that. That's a different story. But just for bad football, you got to give them 3 years.
Yeah, I agree. We're on the
That's
same
my
page right
opinion.
there, Hutch. We are definitely on the same page right there. It hurts. You know, we thought we'd have a little bit more success, man, but we got to give them some time, dude, to make us say, hey, it ain't working.
Absolutely. But that's a good question about Hutch, and I just want to put my 2 cents in and let the next person call in.
Hey,
so
really
I'll talk to you later.
All right, brother.
All right, bye.
Yep, my man Press is on it, dude. My man Press is on it. Like I said, I do believe that there is a concerted effort to get football, right. And I don't really fault, a lot of as bad as much as the admin has been getting, Cunningham and just I don't place the blame on them at all. I've talked to you guys about this before, the importance of the buy-in from the fan base. And unfortunately, I think a lot of fans have quit on the football program. What's going on, baby? You are on the phone with Russ Satario. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, Bobby, Russ, how you doing?
What's going on, Bobby? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I'll let you know I've been to Raleigh all year long watching NC State play in Raleigh.
Yes, sir.
And all that. So hopefully I'll be there tomorrow night too.
Okay, good for you.
Cool. Yeah, I was down there when last week we beat Florida State, when we beat Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
They're like hit and miss, on the defense side of the ball, but
right.
It is what it is. I mean, we hired a defensive coordinator that's been run out of too many colleges. It ain't funny,
Yeah.
I don't know the point in hiring a defensive coordinator. It ain't good to coach your defense.
Right.
And offensive coordinator was a wide receiver coach. He got no experience being an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. I want to go back. Y'all mentioned a while ago how Carolina football was good in the '80s and stuff like that. But I don't know if y'all remember when we hired Dick Sheridan for NC State. He turned that program around, right? We were climbing the ladder to be a national program, top program. But his health got bad, and he left, right? So we had a chance to be there. We had the coach in place, but then he left, So we had the chance, but then, like NC State always blows it. So
right.
But anyway, it is what it is. I hope, like I tell you, I hope I'm there. We're gonna try to get through the weather tomorrow night, and be there. So.
Yes, sir. What you think the finals going to be, Bobby?
I think it's gonna be. It's a Carolina State game. I don't like Belichick. I think that was a bad hire. For y'all. I always thought y'all should have went after a younger college coach. Maybe that Georgia assistant coach out of Georgia.
Right.
So and all that. I still think that's the way y'all gonna have to go.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but like I said, we got our own issue with our coach. So I mean. I think it's gonna be a close game. I just think since it's a sold out crowd tomorrow night, and like I say, it's senior night, and all that. But I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a low scoring game. I think State's defense is gonna do enough to hold your offense at bay. I think it'll be a 21-17 game.
Okay.
I just don't. And my biggest fear with NC State was I go back to the Virginia Tech game. So like I said, they'll come out on that Georgia Tech game, man. They play lights out. Offense could start nobody, but defense could start nobody, but offense could.
Right.
So so hopefully our offense plays good tomorrow night. We might need them. That defense ain't gonna. That defense can't stop a cold.
Yeah. Well, I
don't
think
they did last week.
I don't think they met the Carolina offense, brother.
Yeah, I mean, you got the worst going against the worst.
Yeah.
So I mean, like you say, it's who's gonna play better. I mean, you don't know that. If y'all don't score, if y'all have a hard time scoring against this offense, then y'all gonna have to get rid of your offensive coordinator. He got to go.
Yeah. I think that's we're already way past, man, trying to maintain Freddie Kitchenson next year for sure, dude. So, yeah.
Yeah, he got to go. I mean, I've seen Carolina offense in the past. Even last year, y'all were better.
And last year we were
yeah, but I go back. I know y'all were hyped up on Belichick, right?
Mm-hmm.
But y'all had, I think when y'all got rid of your coach last year, y'all got rid of the best coach Carolina ever had.
Yeah.
I felt that, he won more games at Carolina than any coach y'all ever had.
Right.
And all that. He's a proven coach and stuff like that. I just wish, if things happened better for him to walk away, I wish he just decided, I'm going to retire and I'm going to get out right instead of being fired. I just feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, man. I don't think that's how anybody wanted it to end.
Yeah.
But I was definitely on the hey, it's time to move on train, just because I could feel every ounce of momentum that he had, in the first 2-3 seasons slipping away, and I just started to see it on the field, man. So I thought it was time to move on. Whether Bill Belichick was the correct answer is debatable, obviously. I'm not. Like I've said earlier, man, I don't think that this is not how I drew it up. This is not what I thought that we would see. And to be completely honest with you, there's not a lot that I can point to validate my excitement, or the things that I thought he was going to bring to the table. So I'm just hoping that somehow, some way, some shape or form, dude, behind the scenes, the foundation is being laid so that we can build upwards for the next two years, man. And I'm with Press, man. I think you got to give him a couple of years. I know that people already want him to go. I don't want to pay him the money, and I still am having a hard time not thinking that Bill Belichick's going to figure things out. We'll stink and see, man. We'll stink and see.
Well, I mean, coming from the NFL, and I've watched this, over the years, NFL coaches trying to coach a college team is very difficult. I mean, I watched them. They always, most of them have failed at doing it.
Right.
Look at Deion Sanders. He is struggling now with Colorado.
Right.
And all that. College kids are different than the NFL players. So he's gonna have his hands full. But like I say, man, I mean, y'all went from at least going to a bowl game every year to not going this year.
Yeah.
So I mean.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do y'all do next year if it's like this now? You know.
That's a great question, man. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm just hoping that it's we see some marked improvement somehow, some way, some shape or form, man. So.
I mean, y'all had the schedule this year. You know, you had a schedule to win 10 games at least.
And we did not live up to, you know, some of that, because that's one of the things I pointed to was the schedule. And next year we're gonna get hit over the head because
yeah, brutal.
It ain't no soft schedule next year.
No, it ain't, because y'all got Notre Dame, Miami, you got a good Louisville team. I mean, you know, I know y'all start out, you know, your first game, you know,
TCU
next year they're no pushover either.
Nope.
So I mean, you know, you know, it's gonna be a tough schedule for y'all. I mean, if I figure if y'all don't go to a bowl game next year, y'all gonna have to make a change immediately for the program completely goes down. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna and like I said, man, y'all got to get done with these 70-year-old coaches, man. Y'all got to get somebody young. You know, somebody young. You know, like Wake Forest did. You know.
Right. And I agree. This will be the last senior citizen that I put my name in the hat and say, hey, I want him. Because you know, you probably didn't even watch the video, but I played a little clip of Manny Diaz addressing the Duke locker room, and you know, unfortunately, I just can't see. Me and Hutch were talking about that earlier. I can't see Bill Belichick having that kind of rah-rah speech and getting these young kids hyped up like that. Hopefully there's somebody on the staff that has taken over that role. But, yeah, man, I would agree. If I'm hoping that that's his son, you know, eventually I'm hoping that he builds this thing up and he can, you know, give it over to somebody that's, you know, going to turn this into a defensive, at least have the defense running smoothly. So we'll see, man. I don't know, dude. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Well, that's in his contract. I mean, I heard if he leaves, his son gets to take over. You know, I think that's the deal.
Not in the contract or anything like that. I know there's.
Oh, it ain't.
No,
okay.
No. There's a lot of people that were speculating that that's the game plan. You know, hey, I'm here for 3 years. I'll build this thing up, and then I hand it over to my son. Which, like I said, I personally, if we can get some kind of success and we see the foundation being laid, I'm not opposed to that because his son is a younger guy. And if this is his program, then maybe we can retain him for a long time. But we have to see.
Well, you might have your chance because I heard the NFL, you know, some of them talking to Belichick. So
right.
You know, so I mean, he might actually lead this year. I mean, you don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel bad for y'all. I really do. I mean, I feel bad for her team. You know.
Yeah.
You know, two programs 20 miles from each other and play each other every year. You know, in a rivalry, and both of them have a struggle winning 6 games. You know.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like that, but it is. You know, and then we hire coaches, you know, that don't care about the rivalry, or you know, and Dave Dorn, he cares about beating Carolina because he thinks that's just every year going to save his job, you know.
Right.
But you know that's the only game he really cares about. He can care about no other game. I mean, you know, he talks about that game more than anything.
Yeah.
You know, but I do care. I mean, I want to win 10 games a year. I just don't want to beat Carolina. I just want to win 10 games and beat Carolina doing it.
Right.
So,
yeah, I get
it.
Yeah,
so that's my pick, man, and hopefully, you know, go Pack. But like I say, we'll see you tomorrow night, man.
All right, man. Well, I hope you enjoy the game, brother, and I appreciate you calling, Bobby.
All right,
man.
Buddy.
Later.
Thank you.
Good call, man, from Bobby. Good call from Bobby, man. Got a lot of state guys in here, dude. Which, to be completely honest with you, man, I'm perfectly fine with it. Because, like I said, you know, this is where the rivalry is. Man. So, they hate us, and I hate them if I'm the only Carolina fan that does. It's crazy, man, because, like, you know, when you talk to Carolina fans, like diehard Carolina football fans, they hate NC State. They do. But we're constantly being told, well, you know, that's not a rival. It's not a rival. No, people that's thinking, you know, are diehard basketball and football fans, dude, this game stinking matters, bro. And quite honestly, it's gotten to the point where it perturbs me, you know, to the point where I want to question your fanhood, man, for you to say that this game doesn't mean anything or they're not a rival. How many times do they got to beat us in a row before we start taking this game serious, man? This is the game in the state of North Carolina. As a young man in Fayetteville, North Carolina, listen, the victory bell is cool and everything like that, but the game that I wanted to see was North Carolina and NC State. It was the Super Bowl. I was jacked for it every stinking year. This is what I stink and live for football-wise, man. Always has been, always will be. This game is extremely important to me, man. I hate State. If you said, hey, Russ, if you could beat State every year and give Duke the victory bell, hey, keep that thing in royal blue, bro. I want to be NC State. That's how stinking serious I am. That is our rival in football. So, oh, you're just a Walmart fan. You don't understand. Call it what you want, bro. I hate NC State. Despise them. Loathe them with an absolute passion. Everything about them. Everything about them. So, Little Russ. Where's Little Russ at? Is he in here? Hey, Little Russ in here? Come here. I need a score prediction. Preston's going to bother the heck out of me about it. Yeah, they're a rival, Press. They're definitely a rival. But football, it's State, man. It's State. You can have that stinking bell, dude, if I can beat State. What's the score prediction going to be, Little Russ? Oh, he's thinking hard on this one, dude. $675, man. Think of all the Christmas gifts you can purchase me with $675. What's going to be the final? Come on, man. Spit it out. All right, he needs some more time to think. What's going on, Dennis?
What's up, man?
What's up, brother? Hold on. You're going to have to hold that because now Dennis is on the line. What's up, brother?
Where do I start?
Talk to me, Goose.
I tell you what, man. We have the only our fan base is god awful, man. I'm gonna rant right now.
Give me a rant. I like it.
Our fan base is the only fan base that can get, and some of the folks ain't even Carolina fans, so you didn't want Belichick in the first place before he even played a game and before he even stepped on campus. Most of you were talking about his girlfriend and how horrible she was going to be for the program, but she can't score a touchdown, so I couldn't figure out why nobody, his girlfriend this, his girlfriend that. Now, all of a sudden, he hadn't played a game and you didn't want him. Now he's played some games and he's horrible. We need to fire him and we need to do all this stuff. There is no school in the ACC, maybe Dabo at Clemson, that would not have taken Bill Belichick under the conditions that Mac Brown left us under. There's no school. If anybody can get on this show and convince me that there's another ACC school that would have told Bill Belichick, we don't want you. Six-time Super Bowl. Six-time Super Bowl coach. Well, coach can't. Pro coaches can't coach in college. Bull crap. You know what? Carolina fans. The reason why, if you guys go back in time, go back to Butch Davis. They said the same thing about Butch Davis.
Yeah, it's true.
They as soon as Carolina is the only school in the ACC that can get a coach, and when they get one, everybody finds something negative to say about him why Carolina shouldn't have him. Look. We're great in soccer. We're great in basketball. We're great in baseball. We're this and this. They want football to be consistent and great. That's why they got Belichick. They don't want a one guy to come in here, build a resume at Carolina, and then turn tail and go to another school.
Right.
If they didn't want to, look. I think. Look, you can talk about the logo. And when you see the Carolina logo, you think basketball? No, I don't. I think of Charlie Choo Choo Justice, Lawrence Taylor, Julius Peppers, Marion Hampton, Drake May, Sam Howe. Do I keep going?
Yeah. A lot of good
Carolina
football
can
players.
stack their football players up against any other ACC school that are pro. Hey, don't be mad because we got the best basketball player of all time and the best linebacker, defensive player of all time. But and to say Carolina, come on, man. They don't want us to be successful. They don't want Belichick to be successful. Belichick ain't going nowhere, guys. He's gonna win next year. He's building. Okay. You say Belichick can't coach. Well, if he ain't no good, why does he keep getting 4-star athletes and getting players to flip from other Penn State and Oregon and all of them other schools? He keeps getting. The only difference between a 4-star and a 5-star athlete is not very much. It's just somebody's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So first they said, oh, well, you remember after they trashed his girlfriend, oh, he can't recruit. Oh, he's not going to go in homes. Oh, he can't. Well, look at his recruiting. He's trying to build a program. He's trying to build a culture. That's what he's trying to do. And nobody don't want him to do it. And a lot of the Carolina fans don't, because they were stuck on Mac Brown handing out chocolate chip cookies after every game.
Right.
So my thing is this. He was hired to do a job. Okay, yeah, I expected us to be better this year. I expected us to lose one. I even said I thought we'd only lose one game to Clemson.
Right.
But it didn't happen. Also, guys, remember, Belichick wasn't hired until after December. He didn't get his coaching staff together until mid-January.
Right.
Mac Brown stuck around, and they couldn't get a coach. Belichick comes in, and all the good assistant coaches have been hired. So give him some time. I'm going to give him time, okay? I'll be the first that say he needs to go if he doesn't do a good job. But go back, way back. Somebody brought up Dean Smith. You guys better go back. You better know your Carolina history. They tried to run Dean Smith out of the state of North Carolina.
Right.
They wanted him fired. People were talking about Roy Williams. Fire him. Oh, we ain't going to get started on Hubert, because every time I hear it, Hubert got to go. He's got to go. Been to the national championship, been to the Final Four. He's the first North Carolina coach to win 20 games in every season that he's been there.
Right.
So Carolina fans, not all of them, but I tell you, they want a coach fired after the first game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So look, he's got to build the culture. And be honest, look, the players are playing hard, but every college coach wants his type of players in the program. We still got Mac Brown holdovers. Some of the guys are doing good. Some of them left. Some of them are not playing so great. But once he gets in there and gets some and builds his culture, then I think we're going to see a difference in the program.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that Carolina has that they have something that other schools don't have. And I really believe that, man. So I done ranted about Belichick and I think Carolina's going to be in good hands. They are in good hands with Belichick. I really do believe that. You know, this nonsense about fire the man after the first game and all that. You know what? Whatever. That's just folks that didn't want him there in the first place. And I guarantee the same folks that say fire Belichick, if North Carolina fired Belichick tonight, that folks over at NC State will be telling them to fire Dave Dorn and hire Belichick.
Right.
So that's my rant. I understand what people are saying, but that's nonsense. That's nonsense. And I'll tell you something. You say you hate NC State. Let me tell y'all something. I hope every NC State fan can hear me. I can't stand y'all. I can't stand y'all. I don't like nothing about y'all. Y'all act like the Dallas Cowboy fans, who I can't stand either. Y'all, NC State acts like they have won 25 national championships. Hey, by the way, NC State fans, how that basketball team doing, Will Wade?
Man.
Okay, anyway, how that basketball team doing? Yeah, okay. Anyway, look, NC State fan, let me tell you this. When I was 7 years old, my mom bought me a red sweater, and I threw it in the trash can. That's how much I hate y'all. I ain't got nothing red in my house except my tail lights on my car.
Right. And I'd change them to Carolina blue if I wouldn't get pulled over.
Hey, look, you got that right. You got that right. I can't stand state. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. I can't stand y'all. When I see y'all on my TV, I change the channel. Y'all got it?
I love it.
I hope y'all listening to me. I hope Carolina stumps a mud hole in y'all tomorrow. Russ, 27-13.
Ooh. 27-13 heels.
And tell y'all little stick man quarterback, be careful now. Be careful. Don't hey, stick man, don't be hopping and skipping up through the line. They're gonna have bad intentions tomorrow.
I love it.
Russ, look, I don't think that Carolina, they just need to contain the quarterback. I forgot his name. What's his name?
CJ Bailey.
Bailey. They got to contain him, but I don't think Carolina has to stop Smothers. I don't think they let him cut loose. Okay. I think that Carolina has to stop Jolly.
Yeah, Justin Jolie. Yeah.
Jolie. I'm sorry for pronouncing your name wrong.
I think you're right.
Carolina has to put, what's his name, the corner on him, because whenever Bailey gets in trouble, he will throw the ball up and let him out jump or out. You know, he's a good tight end. He's going to be a hell of a pro player.
Right.
But I think they have to contain Bailey. Let that D line shut down Smothers, and make sure Jolie does not go off.
Right.
So I think Carolina's going to score some points. I think that they'll be ready to go and slap NC State like they stole something.
I like it, brother. That was a stinking fantastic rant, by the way, Dennis.
Hey, look, man, I'm fired up for tomorrow, man. Y'all leave my Tar Heels alone, man. I done took half of the Carolina fans out of my wheel, man. They ain't getting no money, man. They ain't getting no money, man. Carolina fans. I was gonna give all the Carolina fans $5 a piece, but I ain't giving them that, man. I was gonna give them $5, man. I done took them out of my wheel.
Right.
Yeah, but I look, I'll get off here because I know some more folks want to get in there, but I'll be ready tomorrow, man. I ain't doing nothing tomorrow. My wife told me, she said, hey, you want to go Christmas shopping? I said, you lost your mind.
Yep,
I said, get Carolina playing NC State tomorrow, man. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be ready.
Yep, 100%, brother.
Yep.
That sounds good, man.
Yes, sir, man. Well, look, thanks for all y'all do, all the hooligans. I know Hutch ain't no Tar Heel fan, but I'm gonna work on him, man. By this time next year, he gonna be a Tar Heel.
Right. I like it, man.
All right, man.
You,
take care. God bless, man.
All right, brother. God bless, man. Man. Dennis was in the house, and Dennis let us know how he felt too, man. I like it. Dennis is one of those guys, man. He really does, man. He shares that stinking hate, that just loathing of NC State with your stinking boy. He's one of the few guys, man, that I can honestly say that I've conversated with, and that's one thing that we share, man. We can't stand the daggone Wolfpack, bro. Can't stand the daggone Wolfpack, man. So, yeah, we got a couple in here, man. Actually, a pretty good little turnout. Let's see. Let's tally them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Carolina. And we got 4 for NC State real quick before we get out of here. Lil Russ. Hey, what was the score you gave? Got to get it on here. Hurry up. The people are waiting. There he is. There he is right there. Check him out. Check him out, Melinda. There he is right there in all his glory. What's up, Mass? Little Russ, come here. Hurry up. Everybody wants to go to bed. We're waiting on you. All right, what's the score, bro? What is it? Let me make sure nobody's already picked that one. Little Russ said 24-17 Carolina. Oh, yeah, and I haven't even told you guys my dadgum score. Hold on real quick. Let me get Little Russ's in here. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in this game. I'm going out with a bang this year, baby. I'm going out with a bang this year, okay? This is what's going to happen. This is going to be the final score of this game, dude. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. I've been waiting for Bill Belichick to sprinkle some magic on this thing. I've been waiting for it. And to be completely honest with you guys, man, I haven't seen it. And this is Bill's last opportunity in year one to impress me. 4 games in a row. 4 years in a row. The duration of this channel, we've never celebrated a win over NC State. And I need him to fix that for me. I need him to fix that for me. This is a chance. And I'm going with Bill Belichick, man. 23-21 Carolina in a instant classic once again, bro. And we're going to have some stinking fun tomorrow night. So, Chief, I had to shut it down, brother. It's 9:30, and your boys got to be at work at 5. And it's going to be a long day. 12-hour shift, and then I get to come home and hang out with all my freaking favorite North Carolinians, because I know that I'm y'all's favorite North Carolinian. So, do me a favor, man. Like Preston said, hit that like button, man. Like, share, subscribe to the Daggum channel. Tomorrow, all out stinking war, baby. It is all out stinking war. All hands on deck. And this is the stinking Super Bowl for Carolina in 2025. Carolina NC State, man. And my favorite stinking game of the year. There he is. There he is. Ramesses. He's getting some rest. He's got a big day tomorrow. Got some wolf to eat. Anyway, love you guys. Appreciate everything that you guys do. Make sure you come hang out with me tomorrow, 7:30, Carolina NC State on the ACC network. And we'll see if my boys can get it done, man. So love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one, baby. Go Heels.
Oh